Discover the advantage of unlimited access to all the stories and resources from IBJ and Inside Indiana Business. From insights to inspiration, business leaders rely on the IBJ for all things Indiana business. Start your $1 a week trial now at ibj.com/trial offer.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Monday, November 17th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. The University of Evansville and Riley Children's Health in Indianapolis have launched a partnership to give UE Doctor of Psychology students the chance to gain clinical experience in youth and mental health treatment. UE President Christopher Petruskevich says the partnership represents a phenomenal opportunity.
They get the benefit of complex cases that we don't have the opportunity to do by ourselves. And Riley provides that, and we're really excited about the possibilities of what we can do together.
He said the goal is to have students take that experience back to serve Southwest Indiana. Minnesota-based Cargill is looking to grow operations with a $17.5 million expansion in Montgomery County. The Journal Review in Crawfordsville reports the expansion of the company's grain marketing facility near Linden could increase its capacity by about 10 million bushels annually and retain 20 jobs. Longtime economic development and business strategist Michael Huber is set to join the front office of Indy 11 and Keystone Group in January. Huber, who has served as vice president of university relations for Indiana University since October 2022, will be the president of the soccer team and senior vice president for the development firm. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
The Economic Development Corporation of Wayne County has been awarded $5.1 million in state funds toward a three-pronged $55 million initiative to revitalize neighborhoods, eliminate blight, and expand housing opportunities in the county.
The award comes from the second iteration of the state's READY initiative. The Economic Development Corporation of Wayne County says the funds will help support three areas of focus: the rehabilitation of 22 historic homes in Richmond's Star neighborhood, one of the city's most architecturally significant districts, the construction of 22 new single-family homes on vacant lots in the Vale neighborhood south of downtown Richmond. Those homes will be earmarked for low to moderate income families, and then the revitalization of downtowns countywide through commercial building renovations and new upper-story housing units. In total, the three projects will contribute to the creation or rehabilitation of 144 housing units and a combined investment of more than $55 million. Construction is slated to continue through 2028. EDC President Valerie Schaefer said the funding is a testament to Wayne County's commitment to creating housing-forward communities and improving quality of place for residents. The $5.1 million award is part of $185 million in READY 2.0 funding supported by the Lilly Endowment, Inc., which is earmarked to support the redevelopment of blighted properties statewide. I'm Mark Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Officials have cut the ribbon on a $232 million solar farm that has begun operations in Cass County. The 200-megawatt Appleseed Energy Center has the capacity to produce enough energy to power about 60,000 homes annually. The solar facility is being operated by Appleseed Solar, a subsidiary of NextEra Energy Resources in Florida. The company had previously secured a power purchase agreement with Merrillville-based Northern Indiana Public Service Company to provide energy to the utility. NextEra said over the course of its operational life, the Appleseed Energy Center is expected to contribute about $30 million in tax revenue to Cass County. Elanco Animal Health CEO Jeff Simmons says the planned One Health Innovation District in downtown Indianapolis can be transformational for Indiana. He says the support of the corporate and academic communities is one reason it will be successful.
Two of the top R1 universities that we talked about today are winning in most every category in the science area, chemistry area, and biology. That's where it all starts. You need the young talent. You need to be an attractor of talent and then keep it here in the state. We know that's a key component. But what I really think is critical is you've got three of the top leaders. One Health crosses human, plant, and animal. And Indiana is home of three of the largest companies, leaders, and growing. We all three of us have momentum like we've probably never had in our company's history.
Elanco's new corporate headquarters and campus is the anchor for the district, envisioned as a global epicenter of innovation focused on human, animal, and plant health research, development, and manufacturing. Lake City Bank's CEO David Finley is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Hi, I'm Dave Neff, host of Talent Scout. On this show, we shine a light on Indiana's next generation of leaders who are making a difference in business, community, and civic life. These are real conversations about purpose, mentorship, and building a future that matters. Join me as we invest in leadership that lasts. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast app or listen at ibjpodcasts.com.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.